My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Drk-Drsya Viveka. Drk-Drsya Viveka is the discrimination between the seer and seen. I see a fruit. What I see is an object. I am aware that there is a fruit, but fruit is not aware that I am. What I see is inert. The seer is consciousness. So, Drk-Drsya Viveka is a process or prakriya in Vedanta to separate out the seer from the seen. So, the confusion between the seer and seen is called samsara, suffering. How it's suffering? So, I say, there's a body pain. I'll say, I am in pain. There's a stress in the mind. I am stressed, we'll say. So, the body and mind are superimposed on I am, the Atma. Atma has nothing to do with the pain. Atma has nothing to do with suffering. But there is a superimposition takes place. This superimposition is the confusion which causes suffering. How do you remove the superimposition? You don't have to separate out the body. You don't have to separate the mind. Separating the body from yourself is called suicide. Vedanta says nothing is required. Clearly understand what is what and be free. So understanding is key. That's called Viveka, discrimination. Seer and seen has to be separated out. So that's why Drk-Drsya Viveka is written by Sri Shankaracharya to explain the process of separating out the seer from the seen. Today, we are taking up three types of Jivas, or three types of beings, living beings. If you remember, to recollect, we started with the what we call as three types of seers. Seer number 1, seer number 2, and seer number 3. What is seer number 1? Seer number 1 is the body. When I see a fruit or a flower, I say I am the body because I take the Atma, the body is superimposed on the Atma, and I say I am the seer. So the body becomes the seer, our sense organs become the seer. It is not just eyes. We are referring to ears, nose, touch, smell, and sound. All the 5 sense organs we are saying seer. The eye becomes the body as the seer. So now what is seen has a variety. Seen has so many colors. The colors will keep on changing. But the seer eyes is black. Seer doesn't change. There's a variety in the seen, but there's no variety in the seer. The seer is the eyes, seen is the object. Now, is the eyes the real seer? Who understands what is happening in the eyes? The mind. Oh, there's pain in my eyes. I'm not able to open my eyes. Okay, mind sees the eyes. So the mind is seer number 2. Then, is the mind seer, mind the real seer? The mind, my mind is, the mind is there's a thoughts in the mind, there's no thought in the mind. Who knows? The seer number 3, the sakshi, or the witness, the Atma is the real seer. So this real seer, I confuse with myself with seer number 1, seer number 2. Really, I am the seer number 3. The seer number 3, sakshi, can see everything, but sakshi cannot be seen. It is like a person who has covered the complete face and the body with a mask. Only eyes are visible. The person can see everything in the world, But the world, nobody can see that person's face. Sakshi is like that. Sakshi can see everything in the world, but Sakshi cannot be seen. And I am that Sakshi. I am the witness, the seer of everything, but I am not the seen. I am the real seer. And this Sakshi is called Atma. This Sakshi is called Brahman. That's what we listen, that's what we understood in Drk-Drsya Viveka so far. The confusion between the seer and seen. The body is seen, the mind is seen, the intellect is seen. To realize that I am not the seen, we say, Nan, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivanannani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect. Body, mind, and intellect are the seen. Drishyam. I'm the seer. Drishyam has a variety. Body changes, the mind changes, intellect changes. But the seer does not change. That's what we learned in Drk-Drsya Viveka so far. So now the author of Drk-Drsya Viveka, it takes a new approach. What is the new approach? We start with 3 seers. Now he says 3 jivas, 3 types of beings. Jiva. There are 3 conceptions of jiva. So one, the name jiva as limited to a prana, as presented in the mind, and the third one, consciousness as imagined in the dream. There are 3 conception of jiva is given in Drk-Drsya Viveka. What is this 3 conception? You have to understand the Sakshi, the pure awareness is Brahman. So the Brahman gets reflected in the mind. Mind is like a mirror. This reflection is called Chidabhasa. So the mind reflects on the body. So the consciousness appears in the mind. Mind becomes animated by consciousness. And the mind animates the body next. And through body, the awareness spreads throughout the world. I can see everything in the world. So Chidabhasa, a reflected consciousness on the mind, and the body is responsible for our life. The pure awareness Sakshi or Brahman is unchanging reality. So let us understand the meaning of this shloka. In this shloka, 3 types of jiva or beings are brought in. 3 types of jiva. One is called paramarthika jiva or absolute reality, which is nothing but Brahman. Then vyavaharika jiva is a reflection of paramarthika jiva in the body and the mind. Mind is represented as water, the body is represented as a glass. The reflection of the absolute paramarthika jiva happens in the body as vyavaharika jiva. So now the vyavaharika jiva, Chidabhasa or reflected consciousness or vyavaharika jiva identifies with the body because it's a reflection. In reality, Chidabhasa is because of paramarthika jiva. Chidabhasa doesn't know. It identifies with the body. So now what happens? This paramarthika jiva and vyavaharika jiva together becomes one entity. We can't separate out. And we confuse and say, I'm the body. So on the other hand, this is called vyavaharika jiva. Vyavaharika jiva means transaction. So in the waking state, I can do transaction. Okay. Waking state is a transactional jiva, vyavaharika jiva. See, I am in sleep. When I get up in the morning, first thing I thought comes, I am thought comes. Then the I am the body comes and the world appears. So now I start believing that I am the body and start interacting in the world. So because I do interaction in the world, it's called vyavaharika. Transactions are happening in the world. I forget that I am paramarthika jiva. I start behaving as if I am vyavaharika jiva. Next, one more level jiva comes into picture. Vyavaharika jiva forgets that he is vyavaharika jiva and dreams. In the dream, he will have a dream world. Now this is called pratibhasika jiva. One more level of reflection happens. One more level of chidabhas happens. So there are three levels of jiva are spoken of: paramarthika jiva, vyavaharika jiva, and pratibhasika jiva. Paramarthika means absolute. Now you may come and question, say, paramarthika is absolute. Why it's called jiva? Why it's not called Brahman? So paramarthika jiva is called so-called paramarthika jiva because the Brahman is all pervading reality. Everywhere is there Brahman. Brahman is present inside the body also, just like space is present inside the glass. So the paramarthika jiva is the space, equivalent of space present in the glass. Brahman being present in the glass appears to be bounded by glass. That's why it's called paramarthika jiva. Absolute reality. Okay, that's why it's called jiva. From our point of view, it's jiva because it is enclosed within the body, but it's not affected by the body. Three levels of jiva: paramarthika jiva, absolute reality; vyavaharika jiva, transactional reality; pratibhasika jiva, dream level reality. Three jivas are there. So Brahman is all pervading reality. Paramarthika jiva is nothing but Brahman only, but Brahman seems to be enclosed within the body. Now, out of these three, who am I? Paramarthika jiva, vyavaharika jiva, or pratibhasika jiva? We are totally confused. We don't know who am I. So when Ramana Maharshi asks who am I, the question is related to which jiva are you? Paramarthika jiva, pratibhasika jiva, or vyavaharika jiva? If you remember, we started with the whole discussion of Drk-Drsya Viveka with Sakshi as the third seer. Sakshi is the third seer. That Sakshi is nothing but paramarthika jiva. The Sakshi with Upadhi conditioning, it is called vyavaharika jiva. With conditioning, it is called pratibhasika jiva. It's a conditioning. There's a conditioning happens because of Upadhi. So that conditioning is together with the Sakshi that creates a confusion. So when I say I, which I are you speaking of? When you say I, the I is a combination of paramarthika jiva and pratibhasika jiva, or paramarthika jiva and vyavaharika jiva. Paramarthika jiva is not affected by anything happening in the vyavahara transaction. Paramarthika jiva is not affected by anything happening in the dream, pratibhasika. But still we mix this up. We don't know. We mix up the I. Our I is a combination. In this combination, paramarthika jiva, I is not changing at all. Vyavaharika jiva changes. Pratibhasika jiva changes. Paramarthika jiva doesn't change at all. It's like a space or a screen in the movie. Movie changes, but screen doesn't change. For example, when I say I was born, I grew up, I got married, I'm going to Bombay, the body changes, the mind changes. That means vyavaharika jiva is changing. Vyavaharika jiva is constantly changing. But I don't change. The real I doesn't change. That means changeless I is a paramarthika jiva which is there in the background of changing I. When you say, I am going, I am coming, you are saying right. The I is not changing. But the unchanging I does not go, does not come. It is the changing I, which is the body-mind complex with vyavaharika. Vyavaharika Jiva is doing changing. Who are you? Are you the changing I or unchanging I? Are you changing Jiva or unchanging Jiva? If it's changing Jiva, if it's vyavaharika Jiva you are, then you should say, I was born. Then I grew up. The one who has grown up is different from one who is born, because grown-up person has a different body shape. When you got married, you have a different body shape. When you have become old, you have a different body shape. The Jiva is changing. Are you changing? You have to ask yourself. Really, I don't change. That unchanging, changing I is paramarthika Jiva. Many people go further. They have a dream. Paramarthika Jiva, Vyavaharika Jiva has a dream. Vyavaharika Jiva gets into a dream. Oh, I had a horrible dream. What will happen to me? In my dream, something bad happened. So there's a dream analysis. They will say there's a system of astrology where you look at the dream and tell what you are. So there's a dream analysis is also there. First of all, there's two reflections happen. First level, paramarthika Jiva has become Vyavaharika Jiva, first level reflection. Vyavaharika Jiva has become pratibhasika Jiva, second level reflection. In the second level reflection, you start thinking, oh, something has happened to me. Horrible thing happened. People get a nightmare. Then they wake up. They're trembling. They're afraid. There's a confusion between who am I and Vyavaharika Jiva and pratibhasika Jiva. So we have to understand I am the paramarthika Jiva. What is the relationship between paramarthika Jiva and Vyavaharika Jiva and pratibhasika Jiva? I am really paramarthika Jiva. Okay. I am playing the role of Vyavaharika Jiva. Playing the role. I am not the Vyavaharika Jiva. I play the role of Vyavaharika Jiva by putting the body-mind complex. I play the role of pratibhasika Jiva by putting another body-mind complex. I am not these. Nanu, nanembudu, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi, nanalla, sachidanandatma, shivanannani, shivoham, shivoham, shivoham. I am not this body. That's why I am not Vyavaharika Jiva. I am not the mind. I am not the Vyavaharika Jiva. I am not the intellect. I am not Vyavaharika Jiva. But I use the body, mind, intellect. I play the role of Vyavaharika Jiva. Play the role. As long as you know it's a role play, you have no problems at all. The moment you think it's a real, then there's a problem. Entire life in Vyavaharika Jiva is a role. I play the role of husband. I play the role of an officer. I play the role of a father. I play the role of a son. I play many roles. I play the role of a friend. But I am not the role. I play the role. Vyavaharika Jiva takes many roles. Paramarthika Jiva plays the role of Vyavaharika Jiva and many roles. None of the roles is you. The moment you confuse the role with you, there's a problem. The role becomes real, there's a problem. You play the role of a mother. You play the role of wife. You play the role of a daughter. You play the role of an officer. All these are roles. Roles played by Vyavaharika Jiva. But you are not any of the roles. You are the Paramarthika Jiva. Paramarthika Jiva plays the roles. Do not confuse yourself with the roles. As long as you know I am playing a role, you are fine. The suffering is not there. It is like a film actor. The film actor plays the role of a beggar. When he plays the role of a beggar, he knows that I am not a beggar. I play the role of a beggar. When he plays the role of a rich man, the film actor knows I am the rich man. I'm not a beggar. I'm not a rich man. When he plays the role of a depressed person, he knows I'm not depressed. But all these roles he will play very well, very nicely. Imagine an actor forgets that he is playing the role of a beggar. He gets involved in the role of beggar. Then what happens? He'll suffer. Oh, I am such a poor man. Okay. Like that he'll suffer. In fact, some of the film actors get so involved in the role, they identify the role. If you remember, there is a film actor in Karnataka, a lady. All her characters in all the movies ended up in suicide. And in real life, that actor committed suicide. Real life is taken as real. There's a problem. Real is a movie. Movie life is taken as real. You are only playing the role in the movie called world, in the movie called Prapancha, in the movie called Maya. You are only playing a role. The real life, don't take it as real. Then you are free. Understand you are a paramarthika jiva. Like an actor understands when he plays any role, I am the actor, but still plays the role well. Play any role in your life very well. But don't become the role. Don't identify the role. So next shloka. Limitation is not real. It is illusory. But that which appears to be limited is real. That which appears to be limited is real. Limitation is not real. The jiva of the self is due to superimposition of the illusory attributes. But really it is the nature of Brahman. Sloka number 33. All limitations are not real. Paramarthika jiva said, Brahman is all pervading reality. Paramarthika jiva is the consciousness, pure awareness within the body. I show the example of a glass. Inside the glass, there is a space. So Paramarthika jiva is not at all affected by anything. Not at all affected by body, not affected by mind, not affected by intellect, not affected by the world. Paramarthika jiva is like a screen on which vyavaharika jiva and pratibhasika jiva are appearing like a movie characters. So now the paramarthika jiva, which is not affected by anything, appears to be suffering, appears to be samsari. How? Vyavaharika jiva is superimposed on that. In a cinema screen is there in the background. There's a fire on the screen. The screen seems to be burning. In reality, the fire on the screen does not affect the screen. Similarly, the paramarthika jiva appears to be limited and enclosed within the body. The body cannot limit the paramarthika jiva, because paramarthika jiva in reality is Brahman, Paramatma. Body cannot limit paramarthika jiva, because body is the lower level reality, paramarthika jiva is higher level reality. The two levels of reality are there, higher level reality and lower level reality. Lower level reality is superimposed on the higher level reality. Like movie is superimposed on the screen. Movie is this lower level reality. Movie comes and goes. but screen doesn't come and go. Paramarthika Jiva is always there. The Vyavaharika Jiva is superimposed on the Paramarthika Jiva. So the body is unreal, mithya. Paramarthika Jiva or Sakshi is Satya. Higher level reality. Satya means unchanging. How do you say body is mithya? In deep sleep, I have no experience of the body. I have no experience of the mind. I have no experience of intellect. I have no experience of the world. The body, mind, and intellect is absent in my experience in deep sleep. When I wake up, the body appears, the mind appears, and the world appears. Is body stable during my life? The body is continuously changing. The mind is continuously changing. The intellect is continuously changing. But the witness of the body, mind, intellect, I, Atma, does not change. Somebody is there to witness the changing, no. The one who witnesses the changing is not changing. What changes constantly is mithya, unreal. When I say mithya, it has no independent existence. It is dependent on Satya, the consciousness, Paramarthika Jiva. Atma is Satya, body is mithya. So now I feel limited. Atma is feeling limited because the reflected consciousness Chidabhasa, my body is completely animated. You see, there's a life in this body, consciousness in the body. This consciousness doesn't belong to the body. The body borrows the consciousness. Body borrows liveliness from Atma. It's a reflected consciousness, not original consciousness for the body. Body borrows the consciousness from the mind. Mind gets the Chidabhasa first, then body gets the Chidabhasa. It's a borrowed consciousness. So that's why if a person dies, the body is dead. There's no consciousness in the body. Because the consciousness which is reflected consciousness by the mind is not there. The body doesn't get reflected consciousness. So the body has a borrowed consciousness. Now, body borrows the consciousness from Atma, which is all pervading reality. I forget that I am the Atma and think that the body, I am the body, because body is conscious. You are superimposing the body on the Atma. So Atma is the original consciousness and body has a reflected consciousness. Atma is the original consciousness, mind has the reflected consciousness. That Atma or Paramarthika Jiva is the original consciousness. There is no body and the mind and the world from Paramarthika Jiva point of view. From Vyavaharika Jiva point of view, there is a body and the world. For pratibhasika Jiva point of view, there is a dream world and dream body. Paramarthika Jiva point of view, there is no body and the world. Paramarthika is just the witness, the light, illuminating the pratibhasika Jiva and Vyavaharika Jiva. That Paramarthika Jiva is the light of the self, Atma Jyoti. What kind of light? Antar Jyoti, Bahir Jyoti, Pratyak Jyoti, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, Shivosmeham. I am that light, light of awareness. I illuminate the Vyavaharika Jiva. I illuminate the world. In the waking state, I am Bahir Jyoti. I illuminate the body and the world. In the dream state, I illuminate the mind. Vyavaharika Jiva, Pratibhasika Jiva. In the deep sleep state, I illuminate this nothingness is there in deep sleep. That's called Pratibhasika Jiva. I am that light, Atma Jyoti, illuminating waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. That Atma Jyoti is Paramarthika Jiva. There's no world from the paramarthika jiva point of view. So now, paramarthika jiva seems to be limited by the body and mind and sense organs. In reality, the body, mind, and sense organs are mithya, unreal. They're low-level reality. Lower-level reality cannot limit the higher-level reality. It only appearance. For example, a person who is in the waking state goes to sleep and dreams that he is a businessman. Then he is put into a jail, prison by the thieves. They capture him, they tie him, put into a lock, put into a jail because they want to get money from them in the dream. Then he wakes up. The jail in the dream is the lower level reality. The waking state is higher level reality. The jail in the dream cannot bind the waking state character because that's waking state character is higher level reality. So in the dream, you find a dream girl. In the waking state, you cannot marry the dream girl because dream girl is a lower level reality, mithya. So the mithya body and mind cannot limit the Atma. Atma is the Satya or higher level reality. So we'll go to next shloka. Next shloka is the Vedanta teaching, Tattvamasi, you are that, declares Brahman or pure awareness, all pervading reality, who is partless. Partless means there are no parts in Brahman. With the Jiva, Tattvam means Jiva. You are Brahman is the teaching, Tattvamasi. But Jiva is limited. Brahman has no limitation. So now, what is the meaning of Tattvamasi? You are that. Because as Jiva, I am limited. And Brahman is infinite. As Jiva, I have parts. But Brahman has no parts. And limitless. What exactly is the meaning of Tattvamasi in that context? Tattvamasi means Jiva is one with Ishvara. Jivatma, Paramatma, Ekatvam is told in Tattvamasi. You are that the word. You are Brahman. It is very difficult for us to comprehend I am Brahman because I am limited. Brahman is infinite. Brahman has no parts. I can't even say I am Amsha of Brahman. Jiva is Amsha, Brahman is also not real. I am in reality, Tattvamasi Vakya, you are that, refers to paramarthika jiva. Paramarthika jiva is Brahman. When you say Tvam, the Tvam or you or I has three meanings. Paramarthika jiva, vyavaharika jiva, pratibhasika jiva. So Tvam here refers to paramarthika jiva. Paramarthika jiva is Brahman. Vyavaharika jiva cannot be a Brahman. Pratibhasika jiva cannot be a Brahman. The paramarthika jiva, pure awareness, is Brahman. So how paramarthika jiva is like space. Space is all pervading. Space supports everything, but not affected by anything. Space supports other four elements: water, fire, wind, and earth. But space is not affected by water, fire, wind. Space is all pervading. Similarly, Atma or paramarthika jiva, Brahman, is all pervading. So Brahman is present inside the body and outside the body. The presence of Brahman inside the body is called paramarthika jiva. So now, from Brahman point of view, there is no inside and outside. From space point of view, there is no inside room and outside room. From our point of view, there is an inside room and outside room. The walls are there, that I call as inside the room, and there is outside the wall, we have space, inner space and outer space. Because we look at the space from the wall point of view. But can wall cut a space? The space pervades the wall also. Inside the wall also there is space. So walls are apparently cutting the space. Not really. The inner space and outer space is one reality. It's called Ghatakasha. Ghatakasha means space within the pot, and Mahadakasha, the space outside, they're one. They're not different. But it appears to be separate because of the pot. Appearance only, not real. Similarly, consciousness inside the body and outside the body are one reality. They are not two. The consciousness within the body is called paramarthika jiva. The consciousness all pervading reality is called Brahman. When you say Tattvamasi, you are speaking of paramarthika jiva is Brahman. The Sakshi is Brahman. It doesn't refer to vyavaharika jiva. It doesn't refer to pratibhasika jiva. So when you identified the role, let's say I am a husband. I am a husband cannot be Brahman. I am a man cannot be Brahman. I am a woman cannot be Brahman because you have identified the body and mind. Vyavaharika jiva. Vyavaharika jiva is not Brahman. When you separate out yourself from the vyavaharika jiva or paramarthika, pratibhasika jiva, then you realize you are Brahman. So Tattvamasi refers to paramarthika jiva. Paramarthika jiva is Brahman. Is that clear? That is the meaning of Tattvamasi. You are that. So now the question comes, if that is so, why did the paramarthika jiva appears as vyavaharika jiva? So the paramarthika jiva appears because the Maya is the power of Brahman. There are two powers for Maya: projection and concealment. Avarana and Vikshepa. So because of the Maya, infinite Brahman appears as Jiva and Jagat. Jiva and Jagat. Individual Jiva means Vyavaharika Jiva or Pratibhasika Jiva and Jagat. So how the question now being addressed is, how did the Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratibhasika Jiva appear? A very simple analogy for all of us is, I am working and I have a dream. I go to sleep and the dream, I take a dream body and dream world. I start experiencing the dream world. So now, why did the dream come? The dream comes because of the power called Nidra Shakti. Nidra Shakti overtakes me and projects a dream world. The projection is called Vikshepa. And in the dream world, it not only projects a world, it projects a body also. I identified the dream body and experienced the dream world. So this is because of the Nidra Shakti. Because of Nidra Shakti, how pratibhasika jiva comes into picture, you know. Reflected consciousness in the dream world. Now in the waking state, also, in deep sleep, there's no body, there's no mind, there's no world. The Maya Shakti projects the body and the world in the waking state. Just like a dream world is projected because of Nidra Shakti, world and waking body. So Vikshepa means projection, Avarana means forgetfulness. The moment the waking world is projected and waking body is projected, I want to experience the waking world. That's where I identify the vyavaharika jiva. Paramarthika jiva identifies the vyavaharika jiva to experience the world. If you don't identify, there's no experience. Paramarthika, vyavaharika jiva identifies the pratibhasika jiva to experience the dream world. If you don't identify, there's no experience.
Okay.
So if you don't identify, there's no experience. The experience is because you forget yourself and identify with the vyavaharika jiva or pratibhasika. Who means who? Paramarthika jiva. This is superimposition. How the superimposition happens? See, I am looking through my glasses. And when I look through the glasses, I forget that I am wearing glasses. Glasses become a part of me. Because I am more interested in what's happening outside. Then glasses are part of my eyes. I don't realize that I'm wearing the glasses. Similarly, Paramarthika jiva, when it observes the world through vyavaharika jiva, it forgets that I'm identifying the vyavaharika jiva. Vyavaharika jiva gets superimposed fully on the Paramarthika jiva. Then when you say I, Paramarthika jiva is forgotten and vyavaharika jiva becomes important. So Paramarthika jiva forgets its true nature because of the superimposition. So this is called Vikshep Avarana. Avarana means forgetfulness. What is the solution? We have to understand the dream world is pratibhasika. After waking up, I'll say nothing in the dream world is real. All are appearance. The dream tiger, dream wife, dream children, dream family, dream world, everything is unreal. Dream body is also unreal. Mithya. Similarly, waking world also, we have to realize the waking world is like a dream, Maya. Waking body, waking family, waking world, waking transactions are Mithya, unreal. So, in the unreal world, if I understand it's unreal, it's a dream, then I play my role. There's no problem at all. Understand I'm playing my role. There's no problem. But the moment you identify, then there's a problem. Identification is the problem, not the role itself. So how Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratibhasika Jiva came? Pratibhasika Jiva came because of Nidra Shakti. Vyavaharika Jiva came because Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti has two parts, Avarana and Vikshepa, projection and forgetfulness. Projection is there, world is projected, and I identify the body to experience the world. I take the role of a Vyavaharika Jiva, forgetting that I am Vyavaharika Jiva. Light of the Self Foundation has website and YouTube channel. You can go to the website and YouTube channel of Light of Self Foundation. You can subscribe to website and YouTube channel. And if somebody is interested, you can forward that to them. Also, we have a website and YouTube channel for the children's program. Children's program is iLead. So you can also subscribe to iLead program for the children. This is the understanding of Drk-Drsya Viveka. From 3 seers, we have gone to 3 Jivas, 3 types of beings. I am open for any question for people on Google Meet. Any questions from Google Meet? No. The question is, your question is Brahman reflected inside the body is called paramarthika jiva. No. Brahman is not reflected. Vasu, can you stop the video process this thing? So your question is Brahman reflected in the body is paramarthika jiva. No. Brahman reflected in the mind is called pratibhasika jiva or chidabhasa. Okay, Brahman presents everywhere, like space is present inside and outside the house. The space present inside the house is not a reflection, it's the original. Paramarthika jiva is the original, present within the body. Reflection of that is called chidabhasa. Reflection of that is mind is called chidabhasa. Reflection of the vyavaharika jiva, that becomes vyavaharika jiva, identifies the body and mind. That vyavaharika jiva does another projection called pratibhasika jiva in dream. So paramarthika jiva is not reflection, it's the original. Correct. Tattvamasi means Tattvamasi doesn't apply to vyavaharika jiva. Tattvamasi doesn't apply to pratibhasika jiva. They are mithya, unreal. Tattvamasi applies to paramarthika jiva. Paramarthika jiva is the sakshi, and the sakshi is Brahman. No, the question is not clear. No. See, the space inside body is Brahman only. Correct? So space inside the body. Why we are calling it paramarthika jiva? Okay. See, Brahman. Actually, everywhere you are referring to either Sakshi or Brahman. But here the concept of paramarthika jiva is brought in. Paramarthika jiva is absolute reality is jiva. So it is like your question is why paramarthika jiva concept is brought in. For us to understand that the consciousness is all pervading reality, which is Brahman. But I don't feel I am Brahman, because I identify with myself with the mind and the body or dream world. So for you, it is being pointed out that there is a consciousness within you which is not affected by anything. That consciousness within you is called paramarthika jiva. It is called jiva because it's enclosed by the body, even though consciousness cannot be enclosed. From our reference point of view, jiva point of view, it is called paramarthika jiva because it's within me. In reality, it's not within me. It's like space inside the house. It says inner space, and space outside the house, outer space. Similarly, consciousness within me, I call it paramarthika jiva, inner consciousness. In reality, paramarthika jiva is Brahman only. But I don't know that. So for me to explain Tattvamasi very clearly, I am confused with Tattvamasi. How can I be Brahman? So my dear, there are 3 levels of being in you. The pure consciousness or original consciousness which is present in the body is called paramarthika jiva or the sakshi. That is reflected in the body, mind is called vyavaharika jiva. And that's reflected in the dream is called pratibhasika jiva. So out of that, Tattvamasi doesn't apply to pratibhasika jiva or vyavaharika jiva. It applies to paramarthika jiva, this space within you. To make the concept, to bring the discrimination very clearly, the concept is brought in. Hari Om. Any? Sorry. Yes, somebody has raised a hand. Yes. See, so your question is, my body, I'm not the body, I'm understood the whole thing. I'm actually the body, mind, and intellect. I'm not the body, mind, and intellect. I'm not the BMI is also understood. But to say I'm not BMI is rude, because BMI is doing so much of work. Is that question correct? Have I understood the question correctly? Yeah. So now let me say in a different way. Okay. You drive a car. Do you? Do you drive a car and car takes you to so many places, right? So then you say, I am the car. Is it being rude to car or is it wrong to say? It doesn't make any sense. I am the car doesn't make any sense, right? But we say I am the car. You know how? From here, I go to, let's say, JP Nagar. So I say I went to JP Nagar, but car went to JP Nagar. Right? So do you say I am the car? Similarly, body, mind, intellect does a lot of work for us. It's a vehicle. Okay? I don't confuse with my car, but I confuse my car also. When I say I went to JP Nagar, it's really car went to JP Nagar, right? Similarly, a lot of work is done by the BMI, body, mind, intellect. It's a vehicle, no doubt. It's a good vehicle. It's an important vehicle. Okay? To confuse with the vehicle is a problem. It's rude. Are you clear? Right? So we are not being rude to body and mind. We are just saying this is a vehicle. That's all. Vehicle which is so close to me that I confuse with the vehicle all the time. Whereas with the car, you confuse sometime, right? When you drive in the car, I went to JP Nagar. I didn't go to JP Nagar. Car went to JP Nagar. Correct? So basically, we are removing the confusion between the vehicle and the owner of the vehicle. Are we clear? So does it make it rude? It makes sense, right? So basically our confusion in the Vedanta is actually removing the confusion between the vehicle and the consciousness. Anybody else, any questions? Welcome. If nobody else has any other questions? Yeah. Yeah. So let us do Nididhyasa. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Just become aware how you are sitting. Become aware of your posture. When you become aware of your posture, the mind has come back to the present moment, because body is the present moment. Become aware of the body. So body is nothing but sensations. Head to toe, there are sensations. Sensations keep on changing. But I am the witness of the sensation. I don't change. That witness is the Atma. The witness is the paramarthika Jiva. Complete changes in the body and mind is being witnessed by me, paramarthika Jiva. When I interact in the world, I forget that I am the body and I become one with the body. Body gets superimposed on me. The body, when it's superimposed on me, I become vyavaharika Jiva. I become one with the vehicle called body and mind. But when I observe the body is changing. I am the witness, I am unchanging. Drak is different from Drsya. Drak is the seer. I am the witness. The body is seen. Seen keeps changing, but the seer doesn't change. I am that seer, the Sakshi, paramarthika Jiva. The mind also keeps changing. Thoughts come, thoughts go. Thoughts appear and disappear. I am the witness of the thoughts appearing and disappearing. When I forget myself, I identify the mind or body, then I become vyavaharika Jiva. Paramarthika Jiva identifies with the body and mind, becomes Vyavarika Jiva. Similarly, in dream state, the dream world and dream body appears. I don't understand that it's a dream world. I identify the dream body, then I become pratibhasika Jiva. Paramarthika Jiva identifies with the body and mind in the dream world and becomes pratibhasika Jiva. In the dream world, the pratibhasika Jiva can go through a lot of trouble or happiness. But in reality, nothing happens to paramarthika Jiva. Similarly, in the waking state, the body and mind of the vyavaharika Jiva can go through a lot of trouble, a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges. But nothing happens to paramarthika Jiva, who is the witness of this. I am the witness of the waking state. I am the witness of the dream state. I am the witness of the deep sleep state. I am unaffected by the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. The waking state, dream state, deep sleep state appear in me and disappear in me. Paramarthika, pratibhasika Jiva and vyavaharika Jiva appear and disappear in me. I am like a screen. Vyavaharika Jiva and pratibhasika Jiva are the movies. They appear and disappear. As long as I don't identify with the vyavaharika Jiva or pratibhasika Jiva, I identify vyavaharika Jiva and pratibhasika Jiva are the vehicles. And I am playing the role. I am free from suffering. In reality, I am the paramarthika Jiva. Paramarthika Jiva is Brahman, all pervading reality. The space inside the house is the same as space outside the house. The consciousness present in the body is same consciousness present outside, all pervading. All pervading consciousness of Brahman. The space inside the body, consciousness inside the body is called Paramarthika Jiva. When the teaching of the Upanishad is Tattvamasi, you are that. You means not the Vyavaharika Jiva, not the Pratibhasika Jiva, it is the Paramarthika Jiva, which is Brahman. Like space inside the house is same as space outside the house. I am that Brahman, pure awareness. I am the Sakshi. I am not affected by anything. I am the light of all lights. I am the light of awareness. I am the Atma Jyoti, Antar Jyoti, Bahir Jyoti, Pratyak Jyoti, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti. I am the awareness illuminating the entire world, Bahir Jyoti. I am the awareness illuminating the inner world, mind. I am the awareness illuminating the deep sleep. I am the self-luminous light, Swayam Jyoti. I am light beyond all physical lights, Param Jyoti. That Param Jyoti is nothing but Paramarthika Jiva. Vyavaharika Jiva and Pratibhasika Jiva are Mithya. They appear and disappear. Paramarthika Jiva doesn't appear and disappear. Paramarthika Jiva is like space. Space doesn't change. As Paramarthika Jiva, I am one with Brahman, pure awareness. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivanamnani Shivoham 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnad Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyekjyotihi Paratpara Jyotirev Jyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyotihi Shivosmiham. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.